Jared pulling Fro knows photo.com, and it's time for a rapid fire critique. It's been a couple weeks since I've gone through and picked out some rapid fire critique worthy, what is it? What are these? Galleries? This is by, oh boy, it's in a different language. You can see it down there at the bottom of the screen. So this photographer is taking photos with the Canon Eos 1000D. That would be, what would that be? The T1i, I believe. And I'm pretty sure that all the shots were taken with the 18-55 kit lens. So let's just dive into it. You know what I find interesting about this photo is the split toning done down here. I didn't even notice this the first time I just glanced at the image. But I got to say, this guy's got a really cool style, as we're going to see as we move forward, for editing. He's got an eye for the composition, and he's got editing down to such a way that it's showing a certain style from image to image to image, which is really cool to form when you have your own style for creating, when you can look at somebody's photos and go, okay, that's that person's style. That is what's really cool and a great thing to form. So I find it interesting that you have this split tone down here. Of course, there's a little something here blue that wasn't split tone because it must have been blue and they left everything here. But I really like the separation between the very sepia color tone down here with this. I think this person adds a lot to this image. You've got the boats here, the nice clouds, the nice sky, and this person adds to the image down here. It gives it some, it just gives it some feeling. At least that's what I get out of it. It gives me some feeling that there's a person, and what are they doing? Spraying a hose or something? Or are they holding a net? They're probably holding a net of some sort, but I really like that. Nice angle, nice composition. I like the horizon right here. Just a really well done image, editing and capturing. Nice job. So here's another thing. I am not really a huge fan of the split toning in general. I think that leaving the blue is a little gimmicky. It's trying too hard. Other than that, if you were to get rid of that split tone, maybe leave in the police car, the whole police car, it would give it a little bit more. But, I do like the angle. I like how it's even, left to right. I like the composition. Just, if they moved over, if they moved over to the left, it would have then put the Polisica right in the middle too much and caused that to be weird. So, really, what I would do here is get rid of the blue in the split toning. I think it's not needed in this case. You've got a little bit of vignetting around the edges. That could be the lens. But other than that, it's again, a nice thick edit. You can see the photographer style there. And yeah, I would just get rid of that blue split toning. I don't think that's needed. It doesn't really add to the image in this case. What a fantastic angle this is. Look at that. You've got this crane running up here, and there's multiple angles. So you've got something that runs up straight, and then it protrudes out this way. That's really cool, and looking straight up is awesome. Lining it up where the sun is, another amazing job. And then having this over here to the right is great, and this over here to the left. There's intersecting lines. There's lines just going every which way, and it's really a fantastic image. You've got straight lines, you've got circles, you've got these and that. This is a really great image, and I love the color, and I just overall love everything about this image. Another great image captured here, 18-55, great low angle. Love the fact that you can see the water rippling around the feet right here. That's great. A nice tone. It's very, very silvery. It's thick. You got the rolling waves. You've got the water running out. You've got the shadow right here. Sorry, the reflection in the water. Another fantastic shot. It's showing everybody what you can do with a kit lens and a basic camera. You can do just about everything with that camera. Or with any camera, you can just capture almost anything. So fantastic job with composition, fantastic job with editing, fantastic job just with capturing what you captured with what you had. Love it. So this is interesting. Basically, you can see that the image was rotated 180 degrees so that the reflection through the water would look right side up instead of upside down. Here is where composition works, where everything's right in the middle. You know what? I've rarely thought about this myself, which is rotating the image after the fact. But the photographer had something they were going for here. They wanted to shoot down the street and use the glass of water to show that. And, this shows that they had something in mind. This shows that they thought before they shot it, how it's going to look after they shot it, or what they wanted. So that is definitely a good thing to do. That's showing that you're pre-visualizing the image. You're seeing how you want the final product to look. You see the edit in your head. Well, let's take that back to the beginning when you do your pre-visualization. When you walk into a room and you pre-visualize what's going on, you go, all right, this is how I would compose this. This is how I would shoot this. This is how I'm going to edit this. And you know what? It would be really cool to rotate the image so that everything was in focus through the glass. Really great job of doing that. So far, fantastic images here. Wow, another really cool one. This looks like they may have popped some flash off the wall here to make this happen. Everything is in focus in this one. It's a little harder to get a point of view or a point of focus on this because if it's the lighthouse, it's a little far away. The colors are interesting. It's another interesting shot. I'm not sure that this one grabs me uber-duberly too much, but it may grab some of you out there. I do like how this is basically going from right here to the center of the image. This is going here. I love the intersecting lines and how things are going different ways. I'm not too sure about the image itself, but everything else in it does do a very nice job. But this one so far for me isn't the strongest one that is in this set. All right, so we have an HDR image, and I think I like the colors. It kind of gives you that nebula look. When you see shots from the Hubble and you see what they've captured, and the Hubble is just amazing with images. This looks like something like that. I don't mind the HDR in this. I really, really don't mind it. The one thing that takes away from this for me is this big pole right here. If this pole wasn't here, I think the image would be stronger. But I mean, it is what it is where it's at. I don't know if recomposing or walking somewhere else. I mean, I can see that there's poles all over the place, so maybe that's just a focus or a part of the image, but that takes away from it for me when I'm looking at it. Other than that, I do like the processing. I do like the HDR that was captured here. I think it's done very well. The colors are amazing that are going through this. The clouds are nice and soft, so I really think this was done very, very well. And as we move forward, this is cool too. We've got a light bulb in the water. It kind of gives me a feeling that it's like what I got from this the first time I looked at this. They say lost ideas here, but what I get from it is like a ship in a bottle in the water. You like put a bottle in the water and you cast it away with a note and you see if somebody returns it. That's what I get out of this image. It's pretty cool. Again, it looks to be split toned. It's a black and white with a little bit of toning in there, and it's a cool concept. And again, it's thinking about capturing a certain image and going out and actually doing it. So again, they did a nice job doing that. But yeah, I really get a feel that it's like a ship in a bottle. So that's pretty cool. Moving forward, this one is overkill when it comes to HDR. You can see that it's too harsh. It's overly sharpened. There's too much detail brought out, and this just looks like it's trying too hard to have the blue back there. So I really don't like. I'll just say I don't like this image amongst all of the others. I think it's too heavy-handed. If it was pulled back slightly, it's just a little too harsh for me. But that's what this is all about with the rapid-fire critique. It's just throwing out there certain things. I think the majority of these images have been really strong. I just think this one is trying too hard to make something out of using processing too much. And this is the last image. I guess this is another HDR image of sorts. What I don't like about the HDR is this type of thing in the background. It brings out the background way too much and distracts from the main subject. The subject is very sharp. I don't mind that in this image as much as the last image. I just think that this background right here is taken away from the shot, and I would like to have seen just the focus done on the editing of the person itself. But with that said, even though it's a really sharp, contrasty edit, I do like what's going on here. The title's coffee. The eyes are really, really sharp. The processing is interesting for the face. I just don't like the processing in the background, which I think we could have done without. Other than that, the composition is great, and I think it's a very interesting. It's just a weird look. You can read into it many different ways, but I think that it's not a bad shot. So out of this, I think there's 7 really strong images, And my favorite, this is really cool. I mean, this is cool with the glass upside down, but this is my favorite shot here. I just really love the angle, and I love all the different lines that are running every which way. So great job with this set of 10. If you would like to send in your favorite 10 shots, you can do so to fronosephoto@gmail.com. Be sure to include the subject line Adorama Rapid Fire Critique, and maybe I will be critiquing your photos. So try to pick the best of your images that either work together or tell a photo story. I would love to see it. So really nice job with this one. Like I said, about 7 of the 10 images are really, really strong, and I think that is a great job. And again, shooting with that Canon EOS 1000D and the kit lens, you did a fantastic job, and I really think you're on the right direction moving forward. And everybody watching this, even if you have the most basic of gear, you can get great images with it no matter what, as long as you know how to use your camera and have the ideas to make it happen. So great job. Can't wait to see more of these come in. There's a lot in the box. I get to them slowly but surely because there's a couple thousand in there at this point. All right, guys, we will see you later. Jared Poland, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya!